During the late winter and early spring of 1986, through a period of many months to follow, a bizarre series of abductions and later confirmed homicides occurred, creating a nightmarish scene for investigators. Of the many parks to choose, Dover State Park was considered a gem beauty. It was known for its beautiful nature trails stretching endlessly amongst a host of various paths and travels. Known for its inclusiveness to nature lovers and various athletes, persons would frequent the many paths, choosing between several, which boasted both unquenchable scenery and a connection to another world escaped from the day-to-day drama known outside. During an early spring morning in 1986, a 23-year-old woman named Linda Blair embarked upon her weekly ritual of running down the Sky Come Down trail located within the park. This 2.5-mile journey led travels through a host of vegetation deep within the forest-like dwelling, sometimes hiding from the overhead sun and lush greenery which was adjacent to the trail. During this fateful day, Linda began her morning ritual, however failed to return home. When authorities were contacted, a search was conducted where her vehicle had been found within the park grounds near the origin of the trail. Search persons began to conduct an extensive review for Linda, only to find some articles of clothing along the trail route. Many months later, another hiker uncovered a soft grave near a stream of water. Buried within a shallow grave was the body of Linda. Found with her mouth covered with grayish silver duct tape, bound hands and legs made reference to some degree of torture before being killed. Reports on other local trails within the park noted the disappearance of 3 more women. Over the next few months, searchers recovered soft shallow graves along the various streams which were strewn about the parklands. Additional police agencies from both state and federal intervened and conducted a lengthy special investigation to uncover this perpetrator and bring them to justice. During a late winter evening, as dusk began to unfold, 2 lovers, which were parked in a vacant lot within the state park area, noted the presence of what appeared to be a man stalking them. His coat was worn and clothing used. Of special concern to this couple was the presence of this person wearing a grotesque-like mask, noted as faded grayish, black in color with red outlines around the mouth and eyes, covered in what appeared to be webbing of some type. This person, or monster as initially referred, was found to have been briskly walking along a path near the parking lot and then disappeared into the winter foliage surrounding him. This couple quickly exited the area and contacted park rangers and the local county sheriff. Upon their arrival, they located a parked light blue sedan with out-of-state plates. Upon investigation of the vehicle, it was determined to have been stolen from a nearby state. The owner of said vehicle and said family were found to have been murdered by an unknown assailant. The bodies discovered in similar fashion to those victims that were found amongst the trails of Dover State Park. The perpetrator of this crime was then tied to the acts noted against the women of Dover State Park. Local, state, and federal law enforcement searched the park area to no avail. The presumed criminal in all these acts was not found. Many years of this case file being listed as an open investigation would not only haunt those that were both directly involved with the acts committed by this man, but the surrounding communities. The person involved was never found. Only a sketch of the description captured by the lovers would be a lead as to the identity of this serial killer. Professor X and Dr. Lunaria took interest in this case and subsequent investigation. Knowing that this person was not identified or caught created both worry of his actions and the evil of being potentially out there to commit such acts again. When seeking answers as to why does evil exist, in reference to this case review, their conclusion was because evil can manifest for no other reason than to cause harm and fear. Evil begets evil. Professor X and Dr. Lunaria concluded the identity of this killer to be coined the Whisperer, due to his method of silencing his victims before furthering his menace and heinous acts.
During the spring of 1986, a series of murders were discovered in Dover State Park. After extensive investigation, only a few witnesses were able to provide some visibility as to whom perpetrated these acts. Described as wearing a ghostly black mask adorned with webbing, this monster stalked and killed several among the trails of Dover State Park. When answering why does evil exist, it is surmised that evil begets evil. This case remains open, and the monster called the Whisperer remains at large.
and future productions, where you feel